Favorite thing about Norwood School is the amount of opportunities we have for field trips. There's a lot of programs you can choose from. How kind and welcoming the environment is.
Super excited, a little bit surprised at the amount of growth, but not surprised that we improved because I know how hard our teachers and students work.
I wasn't surprised for a variety of reasons. I met with Dr. Antonelli right after the RICAS scores and the ratings, accountability ratings came out. And we went over certain areas of growth and some areas that we said, you know, this is great and how it's going, but what can we do right now in order to make Norwood shine brighter?
So this is year 35 for me, and in all my years, we've never seen double-digit growth like that. It really speaks to the work that she and her teachers are doing with our students. I asked her when the superintendent and I and Dr. Schultz met with her, we asked her to kind of give us a little list of some of the things that they were doing. So besides grade level meetings and a book study, she was going on and on and on about all the other things that were in place. And I finally laughed at her and I said, stop, my pen just ran out of ink. That is a true story because there's just so much happening here.
And they really pinpointed different areas where the students kind of struggled in different grade bands. They took 3 different ones or more, depending on how much time they had. And they said, okay, these are the standards that we really need to focus on right now. And we modeled that protocol after a Blue Ribbon school in Pawtucket. So knowing what works in one school, we wanted to bring it here in Warwick.
And my teachers did a book study around student discourse with a book called Deep Discourse. We also leveraged our math program. We used the Ready Math program and the iReady online tools and partnered with RIDE with the initiative they're doing with that and received some professional development last year and had classroom walkthroughs with the focus of the lens of looking at student discourse. So we're able to give teachers a lot of feedback on great things they were doing and just some things that they needed to tweak or improve. And my teachers are really accepting and on board with that.
The teachers met and came together and we problem solved and strategized on how we could incentivize the children more. We came up with some great classroom incentives and school-wide incentives that motivated the children. We saw a huge increase, and as far as I feel, I think that correlated into their success for RICAS.
We always look at these scores from last year and we pull out problems that we noticed that our classes from the previous year might have had difficulties with. And we always do them whole class and talk about them and come up with strategies on how we might solve those problems if they came up on the RICAS for this year. And that has been super helpful.
It makes it a lot easier knowing that you have a teacher or someone who works here that will help you if you're confused or frustrated on a problem.
We have really good curriculum as far as ELA and math now. I feel like we're very strong, and I feel like it's really starting to progress. And you know, just because the RICAS is 3, 4, 5 in elementary school, it's K1, 2 that get them prepped for us. So it's kudos to them as well. I am going to be making sure that I continue with the My Path, which is part of the iReady. And it basically helps the children on their own independent level of what they need to work on, what they need to achieve. So you can have so many different levels within your class. It's individualized for them. And when we take the diagnostics on iReady, we set goals, and I have a very competitive class. So it works out really well because they love to push themselves.
The onus, the burden of teaching isn't just on the teacher anymore. It's shared with the students. And so students are having productive struggle, having these wonderful conversations where they're really digging in and getting to know the material and enjoying it too. Some of the prompts that they're learning throughout these different materials are very engaging and really making them think and wonder and say, you know, how do you feel about that? So there's a lot more to learning right now than there was when we were in school.
My teachers are just such a great community. They really are here for students. They're here for the right reasons. They want to do what's best for students. They want to see students succeed.
Dr. Antonelli is a real go-getter, I have to say, not only winning Principal of the Year, but she was awarded an indoor learning space, an outdoor learning space, an after-school grant. So they really pushed the envelope over here, and that's one thing we love about her.
My background is actually in mathematics. My first degree was elementary ed, but I had a math content major. And I started out as a middle school math teacher. I have my doctorate degree from Johnson & Wales, and my dissertation work was around mathematics. It was around teachers' perceptions and knowledge in mathematics teaching. I really pushed my kids from, I think one of my teachers talked about how you really build students up, and I think that's so important, because if kids believe they can do it, they will do it.
And they have the confidence. It really shows in their scores. We work on their confidence and the productive struggle.
If you don't understand something, the teachers will make sure you know it and explain it. The teacher lets us go up to the board and explain our thinking and show what we did.
So we try to form strong community connections here and parent engagement and partnerships. We have a neighborhood association. They have lots of local businesses.
In my role as family engagement coordinator, it's my job to get the parents in and engage with their students, because we know that parents are the key to success. Hosting math nights, letting parents know and reminding everybody that math is fun, because sometimes, we're focused on the challenges and what we can't do, but reminding them that math is cooking with your kids and math is playful and just noticing patterns and really bringing that fun back to that learning.
Our students work so hard and they do such a great job and are so committed to learning and growing every year. They're super excited to be here in school, and I know that they will just do great this year.